I am Rama Varma here. It is my pleasure to speak a few words about one of the greatest geniuses the world has ever seen, being Maharaja Swathi Thirunal of Travancore. He lived more than 2 centuries ago, but even now, the true extent of his genius, of his range, of his depth, and of his greatness is yet to be fully realized. Because he was so multifaceted a personality. He was a singer, he was a multi-instrumentalist, he was a composer, both in the South Indian Carnatic tradition as well as in the North Indian Hindustani tradition of our amazing Indian classical music. He was a patron of arts, he was a patron of dance, he was an administrator, he was a poet, he was a linguist. It just goes on and on and on. Even now, the state of Kerala enjoys so many things in the field of education, in the field of astronomy, which were pioneered by Maharaja Swathi Thirunal. This is on the one hand. On the other hand, even now, there's a lot of gray area and there's a lot of what we can say dust or cobwebs which cloud our vision about his genius and about his works. For example, if we take the most well-known composition by Maharaja, it would probably be Deva Deva. Even now, you listen to 100 people sing Deva Deva, 95 would be singing Deva Deva Kalayamite, Kalayamite. That has absolutely no meaning. So now we have facilities in the form of internet. There are so many reserves of knowledge which are available for free for all of us to make use of. So, but unfortunately, people still just look, okay, this is how my teacher taught me, this is how his teacher taught him, and we just faithfully and blindly carry forward everything, the good, and maybe some of the good which our gurus had, we may not get. But all the mistakes are transmitted from generation to generation faithfully. So I think our generation, and especially people younger than me and much younger than me, should make use of the facilities available, be it linguistically or otherwise, and refine our art. So Deva Deva Kalayami, for example, I have made a video and uploaded it in YouTube, explaining the meaning. Deva Deva Kalayami or Bhogindra Sayanam or Sarasaksha Paripalya. There are so many compositions by other composers also, Jagadananda Karaka or Endaro Mahanubhavulu. There are few compositions I have just explained the meaning. This is not for people to just listen and follow. I have left this hoping that people would use their own brain and do the same thing with all the compositions by all the composers, not just Maharaja Swathi Thirunal. But Swathi Thirunal, he was, just 2 points if I say, one of the most integral parts of a Carnatic concert orchestra is the Western violin. It was Muthuswami Dikshitar's brother, Baluswami Dikshitar, who first attempted the violin in Indian music, in South Indian classical music. And from him learnt the great composer and Nattuvanar Vadivelu. So Vadivelu was part of the Tanjore quartet, the Tanjavur Nalvar, who came to Maharaja Swathi Thirunal's court, and Swathi Thirunal was so fascinated by the violin that he was one of the pioneers to encourage the violin in a very, very, very great way. And now we don't see Carnatic concerts without the violin. Similarly, one of the most attractive forms of composition. Again, Maharaja has made Jatiswaram, Swarajati, Bhajan, Ragamalika, then many sets of kirtanams like the Navavidha Bhakti, Navaratri Kritis, the Utsava Prabandham, then musical operas like Kuchelo Pakyanam, Ajamilo Pakyanam, Hindustani compositions, Padam, Javali. But the Tillana, again, because Maharaja was a master in Hindustani music, they already had this form of very, very attractive form of percussive and danceable composition called the Tarana. So Maharaja was one of the pioneers to import the Hindustani Tarana to South Indian classical music and called it the Tillana. And now Tillana is like one of the most attractive forms of composition we can ever find. So this is a few words about Maharaja Swathi Thirunal. But now more and more and more, the greatness of Swathi Thirunal, the fragrance of his compositions is spreading all over the world. And I was extremely happy to know now that the Anagha Datta Society of Calgary is planning to organize a Thirunal celebration, probably for the first time in Canada. So I'm very, very, very happy to know about this. I hope many of the programs will come online and people like me who live far away can enjoy the concerts also. I extend my prayers and best wishes for this festival. Thank you.